Jordan is my baby, and he is 7 years old. We celebrated his birthday with a bunch of friends and lots of good food. This week, I also did some canning. I grabbed some meat out of the freezer, and with Jerome's help, we canned some venison. Marvin's work has slowed down, so this week, he's been busy putting up the railing on our porch. Thank you for joining us on this week's episode of Mullet Family Montana. Welcome to my kitchen. Welcome to my week. We are the Mullet family. I'm going to be working on canning some of my meat. We have 2 freezers. There's a little bit of beef, a lot of venison, and a little bit of elk. So my goal is to get a lot of this venison hamburger out and can it. And the recipe I'm using is very simple. I actually don't measure. There's 3 ingredients: oatmeal, venison, and salt. And what I do is I just take a whole bunch of venison, mix in some instant oatmeal, blend it in together, and I actually like putting it through the meat grinder again, just to make sure it's fully mixed. Add a little bit of salt as well, then stuff it in my jars and can it. The oatmeal seems to help with that gamey flavor that is often in venison and elk. So that's what I am doing. And the first thing that I need to do is wash my jars. And then I'm going to get the meat in. I've had it thawing on the outside. Get the meat in. Get the oatmeal mixed in with the meat. Send it through the grinder again. And then stuff my jars and get that can. Add some salt, and I said there were 3 ingredients. It's salt, oatmeal, and venison, but I also add some water. And I don't measure. didn't take long. I got my hamburger mix. It was slightly frozen, so I put it through the grinder, thawed it out, and then mixed the oatmeal, water, and salt. I didn't measure, I just eyeball it. It's all ground up with the oatmeal, and now I'm ready to stuff my jars. This meat is great in any kind of soup or tacos. The oatmeal gives it just a really good flavor. I have 21 quarts of venison. It takes 7 jars to fill a canner. This would fill up 3 canners. I go and wipe down all the tops of these jars. For some of you who may not know, I grew up Amish and my mom canned all the time. I'm used to eating meat out of a jar, and so far it has never hurt us. I just got done cleaning the tops of these jars, and now I have my cup of water here, and I'm just going to dip my finger in and just go over each jar and make sure there are no cracks or chips. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't seal. This is my all-American canner. I've had it since, I think, before I got married. So I've had it for years and years, and I've used it probably almost every year since we've been married, which is close to 18 years. And it holds 7 quarts. The first thing I do is I make sure that all the lids firm and tight. Take 7 jars. Then I put in 2 quarts of water. So there you have it. Now I'm going to turn this to low. I let these jars warm up for almost every half hour. I turn it up just a little bit more. I let them warm up very, very slowly so that by the time this is boiling and steaming, the inside is hot and warm. So if you warm these jars up too fast, the outside will get really hot, but the inside will still be cold and they can explode. You definitely don't want that. I spend a lot of time and energy putting all this meat in jars, so I want to take my time, warm it up slowly, and sometimes that can take 3 to 4 hours. So tonight, I was busy canning today. I'm just going to do leftovers tonight. I have some chili soup that I had left over, and I am just going to warm this up. I had my milk sitting out on the porch, and it's frozen just a little bit. Well, good morning. The boys are in school. I'm just filling up my last canner of meat. I had those done last night. I did the first batch, which was 7 quarts. This morning, when I got up, I put over another 7 quarts. Right here is my last canner. I make sure that the lids are on very nice and tight. Then I put in 2 quarts of water. Quarts of canned hamburger, and every one of them sealed. I couldn't be more pleased. This meat is good for so many dishes, and it is so easy and fast to open up for a quick meal.
Here we go. Those posts I cut the other day, they're about to get installed onto our front porch. First off, I gotta measure, get them squared up where I want, equal spacing. Fasten these down and we'll have some railing on the porch. Spaces on the bottom, so we'll have 3.5 inches underneath it for a toe kick, dirt, whatever. Good morning. It got dark on me yesterday. Today I'm gonna get this wrapped up as far as getting these posts in, the angle and everything. That's always a little bit more complicated. It takes a little bit more time. We've got some ice down here. Let's clean that off. Give this whole front a whole new facelift with this on. And one of the next things is to get the siding on.